What you eat on the carnivore diet. Living things don't want to be eaten or killed. Plants and vegetables, trees and leaves, and they're all living creatures, right? I believe living creatures always have a defense mechanism. The boar that we hunt down as a tribe, when me and you go out on this hunt and I pass you over a spear and we're going to go hunt down this big fat pig, its defense is its tusks. The mammoth that we would have taken down with our entire tribe, big tusks, heavy weights, the saber-toothed tiger, the teeth. They all have their defense mechanism, and if we can overcome that by killing them before they hurt us, well, then we can enjoy their flesh. But plants don't have tusks. They don't have teeth, but they are still living creatures. And so the idea is that plants actually still have a defense mechanism, which is essentially like low levels of toxicity and poison. This is why a lot of children potentially haven't liked eating vegetables, because it doesn't taste very good. Because there's like low levels, poison, toxins, whatever it is, inside of it, which will harm your health. Now, again, all the vegans are going to disagree. All the doctors are going to say, oh, but what is it then? Phytonutrient? They'll say some big words that we don't understand. I don't give a fuck, right? It just makes sense to me to consider that everything that is alive wants to stay alive and does not want to be eaten. There's so many cases of people who have gotten onto the carnivore diet, who have gotten onto these elimination diets where they eat literally nothing but beef. Imagine that. 2,000 calories, 3,000 calories of just beef, just meat, just eggs, no vegetables. And they see the greatest improvements to their health. You are watching a video of one of them. If you've related to that like mental disability of always, your mind wandering when you're trying to focus on work, just random thoughts and memories appearing in your mind, always feeling tired like an old man midway through the day. It can be not just because of plants and vegetables, but just because of carbs in general. A lot of people potentially shouldn't be having them. So step 3, why I believe the carnivore diet makes sense. I want to convince you more that this might actually not just be like a little fad diet that you can try and, it's kind of hype that like the fitness YouTubers are telling you about, but rather this might actually make sense to be the real diet that humans are supposed to be on. Because you've heard of the Ice Age before, right? There's been times with the Earth cooled down dramatically and pretty much entered this Ice Age, this frozen age. In that time, humans survived, of course. Some big, thick, fatty animals survived, the mammoth and the bears. Plants? Were there plants growing through the ice ages? Possibly not. There's a really famous book that a bunch of high-level people always seem to be very interested in. The book is called Sapiens. And it talks about our history as humans and how we developed. And, the first human was like born here and we evolved from these guys and we started to spread out across the globe. It's a very interesting book. And it talks about this very interesting phenomenon that when you'd see evidence of early humans entering a new land, like early humans ventured out and got to Australia, all of the big meaty animals there started dying off. Very interesting that one by one, mankind spread to different parts of the earth and the animals there started to die off. Now, people in the modern day are trying to think like, oh, well, it was just disease. It was just like coincidence. Or is it just because man is a hunter and eats flesh?